It's Saturday the 28th of December and the fog banks are still banks around, but they're just sort of clearing from around here now to get a bit of blue sky. But there's different fog banks in different areas that we can see, like on Ilkley Moor and stuff. There's still fog banks up there and it's very patchy fog, but luckily here we've got a bit of blue sky, but you can still see there it's foggy. Loads of drips on the trees, just kind of dripping off. You can hear the tree dripping. A lot of moisture in the air, but hopefully a bit of clearance, a bit of sunshine might come. You can see the fog on Ilkley Moor up there. So just down by the river in Otley, there's a wharf. Moderately high, it's going over the water's flowing over the entire weir down there. But I haven't had lots of heavy rain and things, so it's not too bad. Quite quiet down here today, not too many cars parked or anything. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a little loop round across the bridge, go down that side, past the blue fence where the Lido used to be, and then down across the footbridge in the direction and back up this way. That's the plan. There's 3 swans over there which are attracting attention, and little toddlers and things looking at the swans. So we're going to go up to where this tree, there's 2 trees going to be felled, and they're protesting against it because just to allow space for the temporary footpath which is going to go across the footbridge across the river here. So it's controversial. Especially this is just going to be temporary. So you can see they've draped all the kind of yellow ribbons and things on it, and then there's a little tent there. So I don't know whether somebody's going to try and camp under it while they try and cut it down, but I know the road's closed here from the 30th of December to the 3rd of Jan. So maybe that's when they're going to do it, I'm not sure. All these little ribbons as well tied up. So we're going to cross over this. So the reason is because this, on the edge of this bridge where that railings is, they attached the footbridge to the old bridge. It's been there for hundreds of years, but the footbridge they attached to it is crumbling away. Kind of hopeless thing from the 1960s or whatever. So they're going to have to put a temporary bridge up while they then replace this rubbishy footbridge thing that they attached to the old bridge. The old bridge is completely fine. They decided they weren't going to do a traffic light system on here with let people walk across that bit because they said it's just a snarl up everywhere and it would be too much congestion. So all the expense they're going to go to instead is to build this footbridge across here. Yeah, so this is the original old bridge, which is solid and fine, cars going all the time. But this thing they added here, hopeless, crumbling away. So we're just going to do this quick loop around past the Wharfdale Press sculpture there, which is that one there. Important update. No further action on the oak tree before 6th of January at the earliest. To ensure public safety during the New Year's Day swimming event, pedestrian foot will be closed from the 30th of December to 3rd of January. Middle Lane will also be closed. So goodness knows what's going to happen there. They're going to close the footbridge. So there's like a moratorium, well not moratorium, but it's not going to do anything with the tree until the 6th of January. Well, yeah. Yeah. So this side they've put this flood defence in. You can see some of the structures there. And that's to then protect, try and reduce the flooding on these houses here, which have been subject to flooding in the past. This is where the other ducks and swans and things are, look here. It's still kept nice, this little parkland here. Middle of winter, but it's all looking still nice. There's flowers there and everything's nicely pruned. The grass is nicely cut and all that. Wolfdale Meadows. There's all the ducks, look. The size of that little dog there. And then
could be definitely Christmassy, couldn't these little Christmas trees?
That sort of sculpture there is actually a sundial. Christmas bows and everything on the doors, yeah. There's a lot of wreaths and bows on the door, each door. Oh, yeah. So that's where we started off across there. On the side of there, we're just walking a little loop around. Now, this is the bowling green, but it looks like there's a lot of earthworms and things been active for the winter. And then I wonder what all them things are there. Like, you see what that is? What's that? Tents and stuff like that. People camping out under there. What's going on? There's plenty of flow today. Little tributary which flows in. There's quite a decent amount of flow coming in there. That one there. A lot of the time that's dry, that one. This is a little play park here. Yeah, they used to come here and like play all day on it, didn't they? Too big for it now. Yeah. What's this here? At Warfield Park. They're raising money for it now. Heading towards a little skate park up here. And then some tennis courts, and then you come to the sort of boundary where they've got the grammar school, or what's it called, Prince Henry Grammar School, sort of rugby pitches and football pitches and things like that, up this way as well. So the grammar school's sort of up behind here, and it's got like property and sports grounds and things all that way as well. So here we've got saturation, excess overland flow, return flow just coming out of the ground here. So you can see ponding there as well, so the ground's pretty saturated on the bottom of the little hill here. So before it reaches the river though, you'd think there's quite a steep drop down the river, so you'd think there'd be quite some what's called a hydraulic gradient, so the sort of water pressure difference is quite steep, so you think the water would be able to drain. So it just shows you that the ground must be, well, the soil must be sort of quite clay or quite compacted. Song thrush, yeah, quite compacted, so you're not getting the flow through the soil, even though the water levels are quite different.
Amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a tree that's fallen into the river there. See that?
Oh.
It's just the sort of base of that, like 2 feet. You know, it's quite a big thing. See if you can see it from up there. tributary, but yeah, at the end of this tributary tree is
Well, you can see the base now.
yeah. Let's go see if I can see from this bank how that's standing on it. Yeah, you can see it's fell there, look. And then you've got the base of it there, so that the whole thing, it's a multi-stemmed structure. The whole thing's just fallen. It's actually quite some way into the river there, the top of it. Which means when there's next time there's high flow, that might start catching debris and log jam it up and all that, yeah. Interesting. So this is still part of the public park here. Tennis courts up there. There's like a trim trail thing up here, like a little fitness suite up there. And then come to the bridge, and then beyond the bridge you can go along the footpath, but then it's some of the land on the left is the Prince Henry Grammar School playing fields. So we'll be walking back along that way. I'll continue under the bridge there on this side of the river. We're going to go for the footbridge and round. Across here. There's lots of these little tributaries that feed in as well. So here are some of the rugby pitches from the grammar school. That's it, crossing the River Wharf. Lots of fantastic overhanging trees which are sort of loosened a bit on the bank and fallen in, but they're still growing. And they're very good for sort of slowing the flow down and things like that. In channel. Good. And then down here there's allotments, and you can walk along this way, like nice woodlands. It's reclaimed land from what used to be a sort of settling ponds and that for water treatment. It's not used anymore. There we go. So this is Garnet Wharf. Garnet Mills will come up to next. Postman delivering them up. So we're just going up to the original sort of mill building down there, and they've added on these apartments on the end. Go along the riverway, yeah. You can just go straight through there, or walk along the water side. So they've got the car parking under it, like that, so they haven't got the dwellings on the river level in case of high flow. And then the hydropower station here, despite all them work people who were there a couple of months ago, it's still not working. It's not operational. So I don't know what's going on. It hasn't been working for a couple of years really. And I had like a squad of people, engineers and all that, with vans working on this, but nothing's happened. They must have just found it was too difficult to repair, or that was just stage one of the repair. Nothing moving. They have at least, I suppose, fixed this, which was all buckled and bent over this fence here. They've like straightened that up. And they've cleared a lot of the debris out. It was all full of twigs and everything at the bottom. Maybe it worked for a bit and then stopped. I don't know. It's not operational now. Well, there we go. That's a circular walk. And now this is the Italian restaurant here, which recently sort of put big signs up saying nobody can park there unless they're restaurant customers, which has taken a lot of parking out of this little riverside area and forced them all along up that way, which clogs the road up that way. But even when it's shut, signs are up, and that's just a bit unfair, I think, because there's a lot of space here. I don't know, maybe whether they're just renting this land from the council, or whether they own it, or what what the situation is, but that's a lot of space there. You used to be able to park here. One apps it's called. Very expensive, and then we'll look at the menu and the door. So Saturday morning, and there was that much stuff where we get this from with no charge. They had to put extra tables out and all that, and extra helpers, and they were keeping it open for longer. And there's plenty of people coming. Normally in the second half there's nobody there, but incredible. So yeah, just got a little bit of bread, a couple of these loaves, wholemeal loaves, some buns of different types, Danish, walnut cake. What are these? These are like chips, like waffle fries. And then Marks and Spencer's carrots, other carrots. Got a lot of carrots, but I'll just take them out and we'll just, you know, keep them wrapped up in the dark. Some courgettes, more broccoli. I think the idea is we're going to cook up some of this broccoli and then like parboil slightly and then freeze it. Some more bananas. And then my mission was to get lots of cherry tomatoes because I'm going to cook them up. Absolutely delicious when they're cooked up. There's different types. There's like baby plum ones, cherry ones, all different types. I'm just going to cook them all up. Take them out of the packet, see if there's any rotten ones, and then I'm going to dry them off and then
Cook them all up.
just cook up different ones. Lovely taste, bread and all that. Some little Christmas trees we got. 3 Christmas trees in a pot, like in the roots and soil and all that. You can see there. Where have they come from?
Yeah, just going to see if this said what
Many
type
Christmas
they
tree.
were. But
Yeah, I don't know.
doesn't list this.
Does it say on the back of the thing? You can just grow from the core. Grow them.
Alright, grow them up in pots.
Yeah.
Make a
Peppers, got some peppers, chicken bites, another massive Swede there. It's rock solid as well, it's really good condition. So there we go.